My name is Sandra Seabrook, and I'm the founder of Purpose Farm in upstate New York. And tragically, in February, we lost everything to a barn fire. Purpose Farm is primarily a youth mentoring program, and we mentor youth that are in crisis. Their ages 6 to 18, and they come to our farm and they work with animals that have come from similar circumstances of neglect and abuse. Over the past 10 years, we've rescued about 75 to 80 animals. Cats, dogs, a camel, horses, donkeys, pigs, alpacas, chinchillas, rabbits, a little bit of everything. When the kids come to the farm, it's an immediate attraction with the animals because they have similar circumstances. And so the kids see that right away and they relate to that. And once they start caring for these animals, taking care of them as far as feeding them, taking them for walks and everything, that's when the magic really happens. We want to build a relationship with these children. So they come June through November, and they can either come weekly or bi-weekly. The program is free of charge for all the kids involved. Running Purpose Farm is really my life's purpose. It's the reason I get up every morning. It's the reason we keep going, even when there's hard times.
Tragedy and heartbreak tonight as flames rip through a Baldwinsville farm. The owners working desperately to save the animals.
On February 22nd, around 5 o'clock, I had come back from the post office, but then I noticed that everything was a little foggy looking and smoky, and I was a tad bit confused. And then I'm walking down the barn aisle, and that's when my attention noticed that the chicken coop was totally engulfed all the way up to the ceiling and across to the other side of the wall in fire. And you could just hear the rushing sound of the fire. These used to all be stalls, and I could hear all the animals crying and making sounds. And I thought that I had enough time to get everybody out, and I went to put my hand through, and it was just burning hot. So hot, it was just like an invisible wall of heat. And I kept trying. And I knew that I couldn't get my hand past that wall of heat. And at this time, there was fire coming down. It was coming down on my hair, on my arms. The smoke had grown so much. I realized at one point that we weren't going to save anybody but Esther. I grabbed her by her horns, and I made it out to the front of the parking lot. And I went to turn back in. You couldn't get in anymore. It was just black as night. It's like a solid black wall. The main barn was gone pretty much. We lost 11 animals in the fire, and I'm sorry. Directly after the fire, our family was pretty devastated, and you really can't believe what just happened, to have that many animals gone. While we were insured, we were severely underinsured, and we will never get the amount of money that it will take to rebuild the barns exactly as they were. We are going to run as normal this year. You can still run the program outside. We started a fundraiser online where we raised around $63,000. We're still going to see the same amount of kids, still do the same amount of sessions. They're just going to be modified. You know, even though you're going through a tragedy or something bad has happened to you, that you got to pick yourself back up and you got to continue to go on.
In happier news, our friends at Duluth Trading Company, they not only make problem-solving clothing and gear. I don't even know if they know this, but they heard about your story and they wanted to help you rebuild. But I have to tell them, I am a client. I am their fan. I am so proud of them. They're a wonderful company, and Duluth Trading Company is giving you $20,000 to help with your rebuild.
Oh my God.
It's beautiful. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that wonderful?
Thank you. It is.
Right?
Yes. Yes. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.